With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check 315. Check 55 to Mike. Coming to you.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. He completes it to Julio Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 37.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
That's caught out wide by Stills. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Wilson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. He'll find Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 19. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
On first down, Carson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard. Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Green 80! Right there in the middle, 55. Check. There.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Carson. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Hey, alert. 47 mark.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Room to run past midfield. He completes it to Jones. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Now it's Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clock.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's where the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
At their own 23-yard line.
On the double. 52. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Hey, Orbit. Now.
On 1st and 10, Curley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
18 Gator. Check 52. Come on. Check 52. Come on.
Off the play fake. Curley. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Come on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Look at me. Door.
Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
70, Indy. I'm here all day. Ready?
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
315. Right there in the middle. 55. Switch up, switch up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds Stills, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 49.
Check, 47. Coming.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, he's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kamale Correa leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And an alley to run. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Exit. Check nickel. Check.
Now it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch it, 6-6, pull it high. Hey, let's go. Shoot.
Off play action. Curley. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Let's go. Get it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Curley looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st down, Curley. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Curley. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, box drop. On the ball now.
From the gun on 3rd down. Curley looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Check back 47. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
To throw is Wilson. Off the bootleg. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kamale Correa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one good for 37 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that touchdown, Seahawks. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 14-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And Thomas has it. The 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Wilson now to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on first down. Curley. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Curley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Back to throw. Curley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He gets it to Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
And the Saints first down.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now they're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision, because they do have the final call now.
On 1st and 10, Curley. James has got it, complete.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
2nd and 2. He'll air it out deep for Tuck. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
On the ready. Pilot, 64, weak.
Kamara trying again. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
In your face.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Kamara. And an alley to run. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there out of Kamara. 46 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
From the gun, Curley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A 10th carry for Kamara. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. from 3 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Wilson now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. Again, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
380.
47. Check, 47. We ain't giving them nothing today.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Bang out, bam.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or 2, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
On 1st down, Curley gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A give to Kamara running right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does It's just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
36 power.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Let's bring it. Hey, Alpha.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Brought down by Eric Berry. An 8-yard pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, break. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And a short gain here down to the 22. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And all the way down to the 26. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Kamara off the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
54.
Ready.
They run it again with Kamara. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
3 bud. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. 54. Danny. Right there. 54. Right there.
Hey. I-7.
Cut.
Yo, Mike.
Operating from the gun. Curley to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Come.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, here we go.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 29-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. From the 29, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. On the run, it's Pumphrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
36 power.
Now Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline. And he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Bring it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Big grip. Big grip.
On 4th down. Curley. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Seahawks, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Well, Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Louie!
On first down, Wentz. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go. 180!
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. Out. 3 down. Out.
The first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 48 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body. Ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Second and goal at the Browns' 5-yard line.
On second and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
Double time. 4 down.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Flushed out right, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
But I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Hey, Charlie.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey. 4 down.
2 jet.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On the delay, here's Hunt. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And Jeffrey's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Tackles.
Check. Fresno.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Back to you.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
That's about what you would expect, since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check 13. Let's go.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
He's not going to get me. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
53 to Mike.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check, 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 check. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I'm coming. I'm coming. Check 9, check 9.
Third and long for Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Seven yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here we go. 180!
Pick me up. Here we go.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 46-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch number 86. Watch 86. 3.
Now Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down.
On first down, Hunt. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
They run with Hunt, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 180!
3 down. Hey!
5'9".
3 down.
Now Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 4. Check.
And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 22 yards there, a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Slam.
Regular. Switch. 61, matchbox lights.
No. Watch twist.
Mayfield now. His throw incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Get him. Hey, watch it.
Run.
53, check 53.
Alert.
Let's go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check 50.
They'll run for it. Chubb. It's a room to maneuver. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. And on 4th and short, they snag a gain of over 30. All they needed was a yard there for the 4th down conversion, but they got to that second level and got a whole lot more than that.
And how many times have we seen this on 4th down? Defense stacks up near the line of scrimmage. If you pop there, you can go a long way, and that's exactly what we just saw.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Under 10, 10, deuce.
From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hurry! Watch out!
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 yards there and a first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Great 15. Great 15.
A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The Browns drive about to get started. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tight end right.
To throw is Wentz. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The target there, Mac Hollins. But now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 25, check 25, check 25.
Mayfield to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 43.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down.
Mike, 180. Mike, here we go, D.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time out of Chubb. 45 yards on the ground.
First down, Cleveland.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he's got it. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. The first run for the backup, Abdullah. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these 2 sides.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Watch the slant. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. King.
Whip.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Now a desperation. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.